You ever see a piece of tech and just think, wow, that's straight out of the future? Well, get ready, because today we're diving into a design that is exactly that. Let's get right into it.
Okay, just look at this thing. It's sleek, it's sharp. I mean, it seriously looks like it flew right off a movie set, right? But here's the kicker. This isn't science fiction. This is a real physical model of a concept that's being worked on.
So that's the big question, isn't it? What exactly is this thing we're looking at? Let's break it all down. All right, we're about to get a glimpse into the future as we start to unveil the MAR17 concept. Okay, so this is the MAR17 Bombardier UAV, and its whole purpose, according to the conceptual blueprint, is to operate in the toughest, most high-risk environments you can imagine. The kind of places you would absolutely not want to send a human pilot.
But here's the thing. The real game changer here isn't just its cool shape or what it's designed to do. No, it's the whole philosophy behind its design. This is about more than just a drone. It's about a new kind of partner.
I was reading through the source material, and this one phrase just jumped out at me. The goal isn't just about making another remote-controlled tool. It's about developing semi-autonomous partners. And let me tell you, that is a massive shift in thinking. So, semi-autonomous partner, what does that even mean? Well, think of it this way. It's a system that can actually think, collaborate with a human operator, and help them make decisions. It's less like a puppet on a string and way more like a co-pilot sitting right there with you. Okay, so how do you actually build something like that? Let's pop the hood. We're going to deconstruct the tech and see what makes this ghost tick. All right, so the design really stands on 5 key innovations. We've got integrated propulsion, a solar power array, adaptive camouflage, autonomous AI, and even adaptive aerodynamics. Let's take them one by one. And this right here, this shows you the whole shift in thinking. On one side, you've got traditional UAVs, exposed engines, rigid parts, just painted camouflage. But with the MAR-17, everything becomes integrated, adaptive, and active. It's almost like a more organic way of engineering. The goal is for the machine to blend into its environment, not just barrel through it. First up, integrated propulsion. So, instead of just slapping engines on the wings like we usually see, they're actually built inside the stabilizers. Now, that might sound like a small change, but the impact is huge. We're talking less drag, better stealth, and protection for the engines themselves. It's all about making sure it can survive out there. Okay, feature number 2 is all about power. That whole top surface, it's basically one big solar panel. Now, this isn't going to replace the main engines, but it's a massive help. It provides auxiliary power, which extends its mission time like you wouldn't believe. Think of it like an endurance athlete that can just keep going and going. All right, now this is where we get into some serious sci-fi territory. Adaptive camouflage. We're talking about a smart surface that can literally change its color, how it reflects light, and even its thermal signature to blend in. Just picture that for a second. A drone that can become part of the sky or the ground below it. It's a high-tech chameleon, but for the sky. And of course, what's a futuristic drone without the brains? The MAR-17 concept has a fully autonomous AI. This thing is designed to handle pretty much everything on its own. Navigation, figuring out what's a threat, making decisions on the fly. And that's absolutely crucial because in a high-stakes moment, that AI can react way faster than any human ever could. And last but not least, feature 5, the body itself can adapt. The best way to think about it is like a bird adjusting its feathers when a gust of wind hits. The surfaces can make these tiny micro-adjustments to stay stable in turbulence or even to use the air to slow down. It's not just fighting against the elements, it's working with them. And here you can see it all come together. On the left, you've got the digital blueprint, the idea, and on the right, the physical form. It's amazing to see how all those advanced concepts we just talked about actually shape this completely new design. Okay, so we've looked at all the cool tech, all the individual pieces. But what's the big picture here? What does a concept like the MAR-17 actually mean for the future of flight? And really, the main takeaway is this. The MAR-17 isn't about just one new drone. It's bigger than that. It's a conceptual blueprint, a roadmap for where aerial systems are going. It's basically a signpost pointing to the future. And that future is pretty clear, isn't it? We're heading towards systems that are stealthier, more energy aware, way more adaptive to their environment, and ultimately operationally independent. So when you look at this blueprint one last time, remember, you're not just seeing the design for a single aircraft. You're really seeing the foundation for a whole new era of flight, an era where machines become intelligent partners up there in the sky.
And that leaves us with one last really important question to think about. The MR17 is a concept for an aerial partner, right? But as all of our technology gets smarter and more autonomous, the big question for all of us is how will we choose to partner with it?